A little spooky. Hi everybody, Pro Trader Mike. Getting ready for Halloween, baby. Drinking the love potion number 9. I know, I'm getting all scruffy. Today's show, we're going to talk about who Satoshi Nakamoto is because, dudes, one of my boys did a video, but he didn't really touch on it. He just went through it, but, you know, I've been doing the research that hopefully he'll look into it because it's the most fascinating story ever. My son knows all about it, and I'm going to tell you guys all about it today. And as the moon comes down, I'll be like, damn. Whoa. I said, yeah, witch. Whoa, witch. What happened to my hand? See? I get a little scruffy in the way. A little scruff. Which and that's what we do. So I'm turning, man. I'm turning. Let's go to the main screen. Damn. Mike's turning into a werewolf. Dang. And what do you think about that, Tommy? You like that, right? I know. This is my my son going to I can't wear this for long, but here we go. You ready? What's up, everybody? This is a Halloween Satoshi Bitcoin raw craziness. That's what I like to do. And I'm even on the main screen. Holy shit! I can't believe it. Amazing, 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 amazing. Alright, enough fooling around, boys and girls. Enough fooling around, right? Dang, rabbit, it's Halloween. You can fool around. So let's show you what's going on. Bobo Snare ain't here, so we take him off the camera. See, Bobo? But I'm still here. I'm Pro Trader Mike. Alright, so what do we got going on? See what we got. Any Bitcoin? And my Bitcoin. My Aeon, I got 5,076. Let me move on over my my report and change my number. These are my tally. I got 500 at KuCoin, 95 at KuCoin, another 472 at KuCoin, 538 at Binance, added another 17 at Binance. Now I'm at 5,076 for a total of 6,623 Aeon coin. And Aeon right now is on the way back up at 40. So what they did is a suck out right here. You come right here, classic suck out, spit, vomit, nausea right here. You see it? Suck out. Right there, non-believer, suck out. Now I'll spit on you. I'll show you that move in the Mojo room in a couple of minutes. But I'll show you how I reveal and what I revealed on Satoshi. And we'll do some Bitcoin pumpkins. Spit, vomit. Oh, that one didn't. That one ended. Oh, no, it didn't. There we go. Alright, so I'm live on that one as well. Let me just check my... I'm live there. Cool, give me a thumbs up, guys, because it's going to be a great show. It's going to be a great show. So I have a couple of things in the Mojo room. Let's see what we got going on. We just did a great trade. Got some Bitcoin pumpkins. Look at that pumpkin. That's a big, let me show you the right screen. So here's the Mojo room right here. It has a nice Bitcoin pumpkin right there. See that Bitcoin pumpkin? There's another Bitcoin pumpkin. That's a cool one. Vosk had a really cool one on his channel. I mean, dude, I got blow away on Twitter. I don't know. I've been doing videos for. I don't know if I have a connection wrong. Maybe someone can help me. But Voscoin, you know, he just crossed 75,000 subscribers. I watch him all the time. This is him right here, Voscoin. He just did this one right here. What the Bitcoin white paper. Today's Bitcoin's anniversary, and there's Jeff. So much advertised. These guys are spending around $250,000 a month on advertising to get their face in front of you like that. It's unbelievable. But Vosk right here has got a nice Bitcoin pumpkin, and he's going for his silver thing on. There's his Bitcoin pumpkin. It's nice. He did it, and that's Mrs. Vosk. I don't know why she didn't do like a Dogecoin or a Tails. That would have been cool. But he's going for the silver button. 70,000 subscribers. You know, great. I'm so happy for him. And he goes over the Bitcoin white paper, which is true to believe that is a true white paper. No fluff. All problem and solution oriented. Real nice. And then he talks about what it's a white paper and what not a white paper. And it shouldn't be a product pitch. And then he looks at Miner One, how they are a product pitch as a comparison. And then he talks about Satoshi and Hal Finney and Nick Szabo and these other guys. But he's going to do some research. But it's the most excitingest thing I've ever seen. I'm going to turn my my trading platform off just because it slows everything down. Make sure I'm in no positions. Let's just make sure I'm in no positions right here. And then we'll talk about Satoshi, and we'll talk about pumpkins, and we already did that. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, that's a cool Bitcoin. All right, we just did this last trade. This is what's going to happen on Aeon. It did this little dip down. So now as it comes up into this box right here, it's going to like, you'd be like, spit on you. You'd be like, damn, I just sold it down there. I got sucked out or whatever. I bought it at 48 and didn't go through with this and that. And then in this area right up here, as it continues to go up, it like vomits on you. It's so high. And then you're like up here, as it goes through the top of your computer, is murder. M-U-R, red room. It's murder. It's murder. You feel like throwing your thing out the window. NBEV new high, Tilray new highs, dude. Look, NBEV going to a new high. Mazel everyone, it's up 10%. Mazel everybody. DWT new high 715. Tilray 97 headed to a hundo. And these are the stocks that we're in right now. And I picked them right here as this is the same exact pattern right here as NBEV, Tilray, Neo. It's the suck out, the spit, the vomit, and the murder. My new thing for 2019. Looks good for a rebound yesterday. I looked for an overnight. I got 500 posts on Tumblr. Hit a new mark. So Julian bought mentally 600 shares of CGC and sold it for 30 cents mentally, but then he's going to do it Hines coming up. I said, yeah, at 36.90 we'll go through 37. At 36.70 it's not a Hines, and NBEV's going to move as a tag along. Get NBEV at 413 and Tilray at 98.11, and watch CGC right through 37. NBEV at 419, Tilray 98.50, CGC through 37. Boom, 37.09, 37.19, 37.29. Beautiful, the last 20 minutes on CGC. That's what we've been producing in the Mojo room. And I traded earlier today for another video. DWT I picked earlier as a trend trade. I've got professionals that come in the beginning of the day. So if we go trend and I do a search for trend trade in the room, you'll see it right here. DWT at 9:30 a.m. I picked it for a trend trade, buy 4 times through 690, and beat from 57 to 60. Beat went to 60.89 and is at 60 now. And DWT is at 717 for a new high. CGC new high 37.36 new high, and this is what I made today, 5,168 in Tilray. I had it 89.69. Tilray's 98. Did amazing today. DWT new high, CGC new high, NBEV new high. Everything going to new highs. It's great. See if we can get some more pumpkins on Twitter or anything like that. Do a search. Got 11 notifications. Bro, you got a blessed life. Everything I love you do. Trade, golf, snowboard, crypto. We're gonna get, yeah, definitely. I like that, bro. So I give this guy a little scoot nanny. He likes my pictures. I'll give him a little pic of me. Let's see. Oh, my little boy came home. So let's see what we got. We got a little, see what I can get. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Wanna hang? That was a good one. And Mojo Mining Farm update. That's what I just did right here for today. I can give you that. That's watching now. Here's my Mojo Mining Farm. Mojo Mining Farm, I'll give you a November update as we head on in and check it on out. Let's do that. Boom. Right here I got one of my rigs. I'll turn it around. Now right here is a supercomputer with 4 1080 Ti. Got on a lot of fan. That's a supercomputer with an i9, 3 terabytes of storage, 64 megabytes of RAM, and 4 1080 Ti's. Use it for rendering, supercomputing, a lot of great stuff. That's 4 1080 Ti's, and let's go into the farm. And there's the farm right there. We walk in, it's beautiful. Cool, 91 degrees in the warehouse. Amazing temps. And it's so awesome because it's so cool out now. I could shut off the air conditioners and just have some cold breeze coming in through the holes in the doors and stuff, keeping everything beautifully cool. Where do you see the temperatures on these mining rigs? It's spooky. I love that. Let's see what else we got. We'll save that. We'll continue in the farm. These are the power supplies, the motherboards, processors, and graphics cards. Got a lot of nice equipment in here. I built all these myself. This is an exhaust fan sucking the air out of here, sending it into my other warehouse over there. So right behind there on the floor, behind this wall, I have another warehouse running of mining rigs. This is my main one. It's running at 91.6 degrees Fahrenheit and 34 degrees humidity, 34% humidity in the warehouse.
We're running at 34% humidity and 91 degrees.
1255.
I'm mining.
These are all my mining rigs, mining Aeon.
Aeon coin right now on the Luxor exchange. You can see GPU accepted shares running at 65 degrees Celsius, 60 degrees Celsius, 65,
56, 57, look at that.
202 solutions per second sold. We're on the second largest miner on the Luxor network, Aeon.
I'm mining on Aeon on the Luxor network, right here. On Luxor, so if we come over to Luxor, here's my workers right here, Mojo miners, and all their speeds, and my payments. Every hour I get paid 7, 8, 7, 8, 8, 8, 9, 8, and every hour 9, 9, 8, 7, every hour, all day long. All my payments of Aeon every hour, all day long. Say 5 days ago, 6 days ago, 7 days ago, 8 days ago, 9 days ago. All getting Aeon every hour. Look at this one, 14 coins I got that hour. Look how many I got that hour. It was a good hour, huh? People on go 12 days ago, 13 days ago, 14 days ago, 15 days ago, 17, 18. New high on NBEV, 432, boys. Here it goes. 21 days ago and a month ago. That's when I started right here. In 1 month I've been mining. And I have 6,000 coins. This coin goes to $3 a coin. Mojo be banking the bucks, baby. Mojo be banking the bucks. Look at NBEV, 432 new high. Tilray doing awesome, and CGC still awesome. But look at the NBEV, baby. Love the NBEV. Nice. So that's the NBEV action. And go back over to my Twitter, and
should probably reset that. On AC up there.
There's the AC.
These are the ACs down there at the other end. I'm not using them. They're on timers.
Yeah,
and,
timers.
We're kicking ass in here. Here's the another rig running. You can see right here.
I reset that one.
It's my only one that's hooked up to the monitor. See this thing right here, clean?
Cleans the machines right there. See that? That's got that going on there. So guys, check that out with my show this morning. Definitely check that out. There's my Raven and my crypto picks, my Raven coin and my Pigeon coin. Holy shit, that's awesome. Just like day trading in the Mojo trading team. There's Mojo Pro Trader Mike's behind there. Here's my Sterling account. Bought UV at 48, sold it at 68. 3,000 shares. 209,000 of it still here, right here. Average price 48.82 on 3,000. At 69, it was $63,000 in gains. That was a good sell up there. My crypto picks. Here's Pigeon coin on the first one right here. Didn't move, and now you could see it moving. Now it's really moving. And that's about it on that. Time to get into Satoshi and Craig Wright. So let me show you who Craig Wright is. And David Kleinman. Dave That's Dave Kleinman right here. He's dead. Dave Kleinman's dead. But he invented Bitcoin. He invented Bitcoin. Hold on a second. Oh, this is the man that invented Bitcoin. Right here. Dave Kleinman. I'll show you what happened. Let's just go to his court case, if you don't mind. Dave Kleinman, Palm Beach County, court case. 10 billion Bitcoin. Look. He's in court right now for $10 billion of Bitcoin. Right here. The man who claimed to invent Bitcoin is being sued for $10 billion. Okay, now I can read these stories and go through Craig Wright couldn't prove this and that and all this and this and that. I could prove it all. Okay, watch what happened. This actually shows it right here. Pretty good. Okay, I can read some of this. I'm going to take my DOS down. Put it on my main screen. Right here. So we got the man who claimed to invent Bitcoin is being sued for $10 billion. Craig Wright is being sued by Ira Kleinman, the brother of the deceased coder Dave Kleinman, and representative of his estate. What happened was, simply in a fly-by nutshell, Dr. Craig Wright wrote a white paper on Bitcoin, the original Bitcoin white paper that you went and looked at, Vosk. He wrote that. And he sent it to Dave. Dave's in a wheelchair, a computer genius, and they're on the same forum. Craig Wright's in Australia, computer scientist, entrepreneur, doctor. And Dave Kleinman lives in Palm Beach County in an apartment. His family is Louis, the dad. The mom is deceased, and the brother, Ira. The dad's 95. Craig Wright sends an email over to Louis saying, your son is amazing. Can you go check his computer for me and see if he has this wallet.dat file? And just, I'll tell you why. So the dad doesn't know what the hell it is. He forwards it over to Ira, the brother of Dave. Nobody knows in the family that Dave even did anything with Bitcoin. And he looks and he's like, holy crap, my bro invented the freaking Bitcoin with this guy, and my bro's dead. And this guy is freaking stealing it from me and my brother. Writing up, forging documents and stealing it. Trying maneuvers not to give my dead brother his legal stake in that freaking invention. So Ira's suing him for $10 billion and 500,000 Bitcoin. They did a transaction for 1 million Bitcoins they mined over 3 years between the two of them, and they put it into a trust while Dave was alive. Dave's dead, so Craig Wright forged documents to make believe and backdate documents to get the coins out of the trust and to take them away from the estate. And this is what happened. Check it out. Dave Kleinman died in 2013 of complications from an illness. Correct. Dave Kleinman's estate is suing for 1 million Bitcoin worth $10 billion. and intellectual property by his brother. The lawsuit is below. Craig couldn't prove. That's not true. He has the keys. He doesn't have to prove anything. He just is getting 500,000 Bitcoin. And here's the forged signature. This is the authentic signature of Dave Kleiman off his license. And this is the forged signature of Craig Wright on documents backdating to steal the million Bitcoin. Here's the court document right here. This is the bulk of it right here, so check it out. Matter concerns the rightful ownership of hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin and intellectual property. Far exceeds $5,118,000,000. At the heart of the claims is Craig Wright and Dave Kleiman. Born out of mutual obsession with cryptography and data security, they remained hidden from the outside world. Craig, a computer scientist from Australia, Dave, a paralyzed IT security expert in Palm Beach, communicated exclusively through various private email accounts. Bitcoin's first decentralized cryptocurrency, the concept behind Bitcoin, was published when a pseudonymous creator, Satoshi Nakamoto, sent a famous protocol to a mailing list of cryptography enthusiasts. The protocol has been spawned with a value of 150 billion. It's unclear whether Craig, Dave, or both created the Bitcoin, but for reasons not yet unclear, they choose to keep their involvement in Bitcoin hidden from family and friends. In April of 2013, mere months before Bitcoin's entry into the mainstream, Dave died of a long battle with MSRA. He wasn't supposed to leave the hospital. He said, "I'm leaving anyway." He went home and he died a week later. He should have listened to his doctors. Anyway, nor were they accumulate with Craig an incredible sum of Bitcoin. Recognized that Dave's family and friends weren't aware of this, Craig perpetrated a scheme against Dave to seize the Bitcoins and the rights of his property and Bitcoin technology. As part of his plan, Craig forged a series of contracts purported to transfer assets. I've read the entire case. That's why I was able to give you a flyby. Dave assets to Craig and controlled by him. Craig backdated the contract and forged the signatures. Shortly after the death, Craig reached out to Ira, the brother, disclosed he had partnered with Dave to create Bitcoin and property value and IP. But he claimed Dave signed all these rights away in exchange for non-controlling share of an Australian company worth millions. So it's all made up. He's bullshitting the family, trying to get all the coins. Craig told Ira he'd be able to sell Dave's stake in the company in a few months. This was a lie. The company went bankrupt, and Craig apparently misled the Australian tax authority, because the Australian tax authority knows Craig has 1 million Bitcoins, and they want to go, see what kind of tax they can get off his Bitcoins. And they don't tax him until he sells the Bitcoin, until it's a closed transaction. He just has them and he's holding them in his wallet. Since fleeing London, he had to leave Australia and London. Craig has lived in a fame and fortune. In May, he publicly revealed himself as the alleged creator of Bitcoin and chief scientist of N-Chain. Skipping forward, to date, Craig has not returned any of the Bitcoins or property to Dave's estate, and Ira's pissed, and Ira's suing him. Plaintiff Ira lives in Palm Beach County and is the brother of Dave. Defendant Craig lives in London and is the former business partner of Dave and their business W&K Defense and Research, an operating company in Florida that was formed to hold the Bitcoins in a trust. Right here, venues in Florida. Bitcoin is a decentralized asset. In order to transfer Bitcoins, you have to have a public key provided. Every wallet identified has a public key. Each wallet is also assigned a private key, like a password to the wallet. It just describes what it is. The second way to acquire Bitcoin is mining them. There's no centralized authority. Anyone with access to mining can do it. It says, in return for work, the protocol miner is newly minted Bitcoin. The process is repeated every 10 minutes, ensuring accurate of all Bitcoins in the transactions. Make this bigger. This is right here. When Bitcoin protocol was first launched in 2009, the protocol paid the successful miner 50 Bitcoins for each block transaction. This mining reward is cut in half every 4 years. Today's mining is 12.5 Bitcoins. It's obviously easier to amass a significant amount of Bitcoins in 2009 than it is then. To date, almost 17 million of the 21 million Bitcoins have been mined. In the October 31st, 2008 paper, today is October 31st, 2018, 10 years to the date, this paper was put out on the forums. A white paper authored under the name Satoshi Nakamoto, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, was posted to a mailing list of crypto enthusiasts. The detailed novel methods to generate peer-to-peer transactions. Later than 3 months later, on January 3rd, 2009, Satoshi mined the first 50 Bitcoins. To place a timestamp on the occasion, he left a message digitally encoded on the 50 Bitcoins that read, it was an article from the New York Times, the British newspaper, 3 times the Chancellor Bank's going to bail out the economy and the banks are going under and they're all bailing everybody out and he's creating a new currency. Hal Finney was one of the first supporters and got one of the first 10 Bitcoins done. He's dead now, I think. Yep. Satoshi also, everyone's dying with the freaking Bitcoin. Satoshi also created a website under bitcoin.org and continued to collaborate. And what happened was, you'll read Vosk and the other guys in some of the forums, that Satoshi a la Dave only posted, it stopped from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is the time we sleep here. Craig couldn't do that because it's 3 p.m. there. So it goes to show also how Dave was this Satoshi online doing all these posts as Satoshi. The last confirmed email, Satoshi was sent October 3rd. I've moved to other things. It's a good hands with Gavin and everybody. It's a team. For mostly early its history, it's known by Laszlo, who purchased 10,000 Bitcoins on May 22nd, 2010. Someone gave him like $30 for it, and he bought some pizzas. Now the guys that got that Bitcoin's worth, 1% of Domino's market cap, billions of dollars. During Bitcoin's early history, cryptocurrencies had a niche. You could mine them. Satoshi has 1 million Bitcoins. It's widely known. Dave Kleiman was born in '67, kind of like my age. He was a member of the police task force, counterterrorism. He was, when they wanted to see if something could be hacked, they went to Dave to see if it could be hacked. He co-authored perfect passwords, protection and authentication. He was hospitalized, and on March 22nd, he signed himself out of the hospital against medical device. He's unstable, nearing death. A friend asked him if the hospital discharged him. He said, no, doctors, you should go fuck yourselves. That's what he told the doctors. And then on March 22nd, he left. And on April 26th, 1 month and 4 days later, he's passed away, found in his apartment, lying in his own feces, in his wheelchair, on the floor, with a bullet hole in the bed. Dude, this is a total movie right here. Ira, Dave's brother and personal representative of his estate. Craig's a 46-year-old computer scientist. In May, Craig claimed to be Satoshi Nakamoto because he has to come out because, dude, it's out now. He wants that million Bitcoin. He'll reveal himself to get all that Bitcoin because it's going to be worth trillions. And he says it, watch, in an email to Dave's dad. Dude, and Ira, it's going to be worth trillions. For years, they communicated on various topics on the internet, Dave and Ira, and in 2007, co-authored a paper on the mechanics of overwriting a hard drive. Around that time, Dave and Craig began to speak about ways to use peer-to-peer file sharing, infamous used by Napster sharing service to solve some of the most difficult issues in cryptography. In March 2008, just a few months before Satoshi's paper on Bitcoin was published, Craig wrote Dave an email stating this: I need your help editing a paper I'm going to release later this year. I've been working on a new form of electronic money, Bitcash Bitcoin. There it is. Craig is Satoshi. He's hooking up with Dave to edit the paper, and then he's going to come back to him to work and build the platform. Watch. You're always there for me, Dave. Dave's in a wheelchair. He feels bad for him. They always rap together. I want you to be part of it all. After leaving his job in 2008, Craig wrote Dave, I need your help. Edit my paper. And now I need to have you aid me and build the idea. Example 1. For the next few months, Craig and Dave worked to get Bitcoin operational. They mined the first million Bitcoin. On January 12th, Craig and Dave sent each other a Bitcoin transaction recorded on the blockchain. And this is recorded. He's got the private key. So he could show it, and he did. He could move around this transaction, move some money, and there's been some involvement in that account recently as well, Vosk and the other guys. You'll see that activity in the Satoshi account. On Thanksgiving 2009, Dave told Ira he was creating digital money with a wealthy foreign man named Craig. So Dave, during Thanksgiving, told Ira, I'm hooking up with this foreign guy, Craig. I don't know if it was bullshit, Craig saying that, but there you go. He's trying to link him in with a tie to the family that before he died, he mentioned it. In April of 2013, he was dying this year. He died on the 26th. He was found dead in his home. The scene was gruesome. His body decomposing, wheelchair tracks in blood and fecal matter, open bottles of alcohol, and a loaded handgun next to him. A bullet hole in his mattress. The exact details surrounding his death remain unknown. Crazy. After his death, Craig posted an emotional video on YouTube saying how much he freaking, I'm proud I knew him, I'm going to miss you, and meanwhile you got $500,000 of my Bitcoin and I'm going to get it. On December 8th, the two popular publications, Wired and Gizmo, outed Craig as Satoshi. Who cares? He is. On May 26, 5 months after Wired and Gizmo, Craig posted a blog which he claimed to be Satoshi. Craig readily admitted Dave was intimately involved in the creation of Bitcoin in numerous interviews right there. And in collaboration, Craig and Dave would go mine to over 1 million of the initial Bitcoins. And then they created this company on February 14th, 2011. Over 2 years after the first Bitcoins were mined, Dave formed W&K, and then here's the articles, and put all the Bitcoins in a trust, and then he died. Oh, Craig's screwed. Craig's like, shit. According to the documents, they engaged in the business known as Bitcoin mining and software development. On March 28th, nearly a year after Dave died, W&K was reinstated under a new person, and this is when Craig started doing the hibby-jibbies. On September 23rd, Dave owned a substantial amount. The exact number of Bitcoins belonging to it will be determined on the trial. It said that the Australian tax, they got 1.1 million Bitcoins. And then there was an email which Ira tricked Craig into admitting that Dave has at least 300,000. Check it out. In an article from Craig to Dave, Dave had mined an enormous amount of Bitcoin, an amount too large to email. In the email, Craig asked Dave's business partner to secure the hard drives and check the Bitcoin wallet files. He later stated that he wasn't after the funds, only wanted to ensure Dave's estate. The Bitcoin entered Dave's estate. Minutes from a February 16th meeting between the Australian Tax Authority and Craig's bookkeeper obtained from Gizmo, Dave owned a substantial amount of Bitcoin. Craig mined a lot of Bitcoins. Craig had gotten approximately 1.1 Bitcoins. There was a point in time when he had mined 10% of all the Bitcoins out there. Mr. Kleinman would have a similar amount. He passed away. Right here. This is in 2009, mining Bitcoin commences. Bitcoin was transferred overseas. Research and development conducted. Blah, 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 blah. Craig forwarded email to Ira affirming this. The joint nature of the Bitcoin held in the trust. From Craig to Dave on October 10th, 2012. We need to discuss the trust. And he misspelled it. SIC. And work out what the fuck we're going to be doing with it all. That is Craig, because he curses all the freaking fucking time, dude. So you want to go research the word bloody which he uses in reference to the Satoshi paper of Oscar and the other guys. There's references that backdate older publications to language used in the white paper, which proves that Craig had done it as well. We need a good tax-deductible way and visit and write a white paper. Example 7A in the trial. In fact, Craig consistently referred to the trust as both Craig and Dave's. For example, in another email Craig forwarded to Ira, right here, this week, May 22nd, Dave, a recycled rant. This is Craig to Dave. I've done the same to Ramona. The meeting with the AAT should have occurred weeks ago, but the Australian Tax Authority has stalled and put it off. John has all the materials, and the ATO are simply bullshitting again. It costs me money, and in any way, I guess they want to get the result through attrition rather than honesty. They will drain all I have if they can. We don't touch the trust. Not yet. Not even for this. One day, they will change the world. Not millions, not billions. If I'm right, there'll be trillions, and try to let them shit on us. Then, fucking dicks. Bloody lying ATO cocksucking bastards. They lost the evidence and used my temper against me. I hate their lies. I did everything right, and I'm still punished. He's saying Bitcoin's going to 100,000. And when you got $1 trillion worth of Bitcoin because you got 1 million of them, then you can freaking do whatever you want. Okay? Finally, in a 2014 email, this is the most excitingest shit to me, man. That's why, you know, I've read this thing tail to bottom. This is like the 3rd time, and I've read it all to my son so he can understand it and how Bitcoin all happened and the people involved. I think it's amazing. I really do. I love it. Let me see what else I got here. Go back to that. Yep, gotta love the mining. So Ira, and there's his email blanked out, to Craig. Now he gets them. Watch. Just to clarify, short emails from the previous email. In one of your email exchanges between Dave and you, he mentioned that you had 1 million Bitcoins in the trust. And since you said he has 300,000 as his part, so I'm figuring the other 700,000 is yours. Is that correct? Look at the time. 1942. Within a minute. Look, within a minute. I think he comes back. What's this date? Oh, March 1st. And he comes right back to him. Around that. Minus what was needed for the company's use. Sent from his phone. So he's like, boom, done. Ira got him. Tricked him. Said, you know, yeah, you got 700,000. We'll give that to you. But you got, you know, you got the 1 million. But if we do get it back and figure it out, you know, Dave's only got 300. You got 7, right? Yeah, right. Around that. So he got him. As discussed more in detail, Craig provided fraudulent contracts to the ATO in an attempt to substantiate his ownership of all the Bitcoins. Example, Craig provided he was expected to mine Bitcoin at 12,000 Bitcoins per month over a period of 2 years for 312,000 Bitcoin. Isn't that fucking amazing? Look at that. 12,000 Bitcoin a month right now. It's at 6,000 a coin. That's $72 million they were mining. Like I'm mining Aeon, I got 6,000 coins. This shit goes to $100 a coin. It can go to 50. $50 a coin. I got 5,000 coins. I got 6,000 coins right now. I'm going to have 12,000 by next month. 6,000 times 50, 300 G-bones. So it goes to 500. I got freaking a lot, man. So in 2012, Craig lists Bitcoin wallets containing 650,000 Bitcoins. Next to the list of the total Bitcoins is a handwritten note. As agreed, all wallets will be held in UK in trust until regulatories have filled Dave and Keg. Boom, 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 boom. Dave's death happens. Boom, boom, boom. He forges the signatures right here. You could see. Covers up Dave's address, but it shows it in other things. Dave's address, Dave Kleinman, and he used this fonts In reality, the signature appears to be an identical copy of a computer-generated font called Otto, which is available here. When generated on Otto, the font produced that. So, I mean, he didn't even take the time to at least forge it close to what it was. That was pretty stupid. When confronted with this by Ira, Craig admitted the signature was computer-generated, but claimed there were other ways to prove its veracity. Craig never provided any evidence of their legitimacy. Second, the fraudulent signatures aren't witnessed or notarized, and you're dealing with $10 billion and trillions. It should be. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing he effed up with Craig on his side, substantiating him with a witness and a notary. See, in terms of it, just transferring of 200,000. Here's the fourth. The IP agreement provides Bitcoin wallet with the address. There's the address, bro, and he's able to log in and pull up that address. Would be held by Craig in escrow, and he went online and showed that loans being placed into the wallets and all about the company and all the information right here. In July, Craig filed 2 claims against WK, so he's trying to take control of WK and just take everything. It's an unbelievable story. And right here, look, all transfers. Look at this. The truth that goes to state that these funds were rated as 650,000 US, 1.8, 2.2, 1.2. All this money, all this Bitcoin. Right here, this is the email that Craig sent to Lewis, Dave's dad. Check it out on February 11th, 2014 from Craig, right, at hotwirepe.com to Lewis, the dad of Dave. Hello, and he's 95. Craig doesn't know that. Hi, Lewis. Your son Dave and I are 2 of the 3 people key behind Bitcoin. Dude, you don't write that to this guy, and you know that shit's locked up unless you're really the freaking guy who did it in Satoshi. If you have any of Dave's computer systems, you need to save a file named wallet.dat. He don't know what the hell that is. He's 95. I'll explain what it is later. Please understand, I do not seek anything other than to give you information about your son. And then he just turns that right over to Ira, and then the whole thing starts. Know also that Dave was a key part of an invention that will revolutionize the world, and he spelt it with an S, not a Z, which shows the people out there do that with the S's, okay? Definitely. I'll talk to you soon. When I can, I will let you know much more of Dave. I will also help you recover what Dave owned. I'll let you know when I'm in the USA. Totally busted. This is the first time anyone in Dave's family learned of his friendship with Craig and to the extent of the involvement with the creation of Bitcoin. As Lewis Kleiman was elderly, Ira took over the correspondence, and Craig told Ira he was partners with Dave in W&K and explained to Ira the business that was involved in Bitcoin mining and that it was quite successful. You better believe it. Shortly after informing Ira about W&K, Craig were planning to start a new company called Coin Exchange. Explained that Ira and David would receive its part. On April, Craig wrote to Ira the following. The software Dave updated and which I transferred back to our company in capitals, and it's ours in capitals, as you are Dave's hair, was done at 0 tax level, which is what he was concerned about earlier. This is all good under the law. Basically, GST like VAT cancels it as an international transfer. What the company owns right now is software, international code and licenses valued at $50 million, code and etc., and research claims. On April, the Australian tax authority, Craig in the ATO, now he wants relief, and he's suing him. Dave lawfully mined and possessed hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin individually and as a member of W&K. Could you imagine using your computers at my mining farm and me having all this Bitcoin and I die and my partner that I'm partners with takes it all and takes all the pay and this and that, and Oh my gosh, my family never knows about it, and the guy's worth, and they never knew I did any of that, and it's worth hundreds of millions and billions of dollars. Amazing right here. So with the exact number of Bitcoins determined, Craig's admission, Dave's estate is entitled to 300,000 Bitcoins. He admitted it. Further, Craig owned 50% of W&K, which should mean 550,000 Bitcoin. So maybe they'll settle and he'll get 400,000 for the estate, worth $10,236,532,855. IRS demanded Craig return the Bitcoins, but Craig says, no freaking way, dude, F you. I ain't returning shit. Sue me. So that's suing him for $10,236,000. Misappropriation of funds right there, count 2. Repleveling against Craig, count 3. Count 4, breach of fiduciary duty. Count 5, partnership agreement breach. Count 6, unjust enrichment by Craig, not hooking up Dave and the family unjustly. And that's the freaking shit, man. I think it's an amazing case, and I can't wait for it to come out in the court. And that's what I think, and the research that I've done on the industry and the two and what happened. And, you know, I've researched Gavin and Finney and all these other guys, but I've come down to the conclusion, Pro Trader Mike, that Satoshi is Craig and Dave. And one other guy who may have been involved, Gavin Anderson, who they put it to after to be the skate guy. And that's what I think.
Don't just aspire to make a living. Aspire to make a difference. Anything you want good, you can have. So claim it. Work hard to get it. When you get it, reach back. Pull someone else up.
That's what I do.
Teach one.
That's what I do in MOJO Day Trading. When I bring someone else up with me, and I spend some little time with each person to make sure they can get up, hit that level they want. Pays me royally, pays them royally. They're with me for years and years and years, lifetime. I galvanize people. I see things they don't. I bring people together. I can lead. I could show them the path that no one could show. Help guide from their mistakes. Make sure small people don't put them down. And if they have enemies and people don't like them, good, that means they're doing something right finally.
Just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done. Don't confuse movement with progress.
You don't start because of what you don't have. You don't start because you don't realize yet that the fruit of everything good in life,
Watch this,
begins with a challenge.
It changed me. It allowed me to become, in my own right, who I am today.
Impact theory, folks.
Tighten up, people. It's okay. Trust me. It's okay. You might be called nigger one day. It's okay. You might be called some Jewish word or some faggot or gay word. It's okay. Let them call you that. What are you going to do now? They don't own your life.
Let them call you a gambler, a junkie, a day trader, a degenerate. They don't control your life. Who gives a shit?
How are you going to control that now? How are you going to flip it upside down and say, Roger that, now I'm going to harness this?
Roger that. I'm going to harness this shit. I'm going to turn it into double profits. I'm going to prove to everyone that the MOJ system and what I do, calculated risk management, profitability, risk reward, is the way to go.
Shit. And you'll read about me years from now.
You'll read about me.
How? That's the question. How are you going to do that?
How?
Thicken your skin. Become more than a human being. Don't be afraid of the reflection in the mirror. Because that's all you can be afraid of. Once you open...
The hell's that? Start of impact theory? God, dude. Look at that. Impact theory's messed up. Look at that. The whole video got messed up. The impact theory. That's weird. Let's see if I can copy the link. And go on YouTube and see where it is, because that's effed up. That's one of my best videos. It's what inspires me and shit. Not this guy. These guys spent again, Jason. Gotta get that off. Alright, right here. Go to the main screen and see if this can get fixed. This was that part. This was that part. And Ross. These guys spending hundreds of thousands. Look, it's blocked out. Impact theory. It's blocked out on this as well. That's so unbelievable. Impact theory. Tommy Baloo. Can't believe that. Let me do a search. Impact theory. Rich roll on impact theory. Impact theory. Impact theory. Maybe this is it right here. Yep, this is it. Should end between these two right here. If it doesn't, this is not it. No.
Said, hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny. People look at their past to decide who they are. People look at their past to decide who they can be. But the problem is, oftentimes, people mistake difficulties, suffering, pain for being bad, being less than, being broken, and it erodes their sense of self-esteem. It erodes their sense of self-worth.
Need a mentor and a coach to help you.
Could be more opposite from the truth, because in reality, no matter what you've gone through, no matter how hard it was, all of it was shaping you into the person that you can become. The hardships, the difficulties, the pain, the suffering, all of that makes you tougher. It is literally in the difficulties that you begin to find just how much you're capable of. It's in the suffering that you find out how resilient you are. It's in the pain that you can rise up and get tough. And all of that is going to serve you as you move forward, but you have to know how to frame it. You have to know how to think about it. You have to know that whatever you...
This is impact theory, folks.
...been through, that all of it is an opportunity to learn. All of it is an opportunity to grow. All of it is an opportunity to get better, but you have to use it to shape yourself. You have to lean into it. You have to know that the pain and the suffering, all of it is serving you. But if you're telling yourself a story that diminishes you, if you're telling yourself a story that bad things have happened to me, or I've done bad things, and that makes me a bad person, then none of it is going to help you. And you're always going to move backwards. And it's going to be this stress and this pressure that's pushing you backwards. Instead, if you can put it behind you, so that it pushes you forward, it propels you to be more, then no matter what's happened to you, you can become something truly extraordinary. And as David Livingstone said, I'll go anywhere, provided it be forward. So even when you're making mistakes, even when you're falling down,
you can be masterful.
In that, you can see that it's an opportunity, it's a lesson, it's something that you've learned. Even when you're running and you stumble and you trip and you...
Even when I lose on a trade or go down, like on JNUG, I sold it for a loss, but then it went down 50 cents more. I feel masterful, man.
Scrape yourself all across the pavement. You're still moving forward. As long as you get back up, dust yourself off, and keep going, It doesn't matter that you failed. It doesn't matter that you embarrassed yourself. It doesn't matter that you made a mistake or that you look stupid. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is how do you think about it? Do you let it be something that moves you backwards? Or do you recognize at least it was momentum, at least you were going, at least you tried, at least you were putting your energy into something, at least you were willing to take a risk? And that's where most people fail. They're never willing to put themselves out there because they don't see the momentum, they don't see the forward movement, they only see the failure. It really is that easy, and I know that you've heard this 1,000 times, and I know that people are telling you all the time that failure is a part of the learning process. But so is the voice that says you're a fuck up. So is the voice that tells you that you're unworthy. But it's up to you to decide to ignore that voice. It's up to you to prove that voice wrong. It's up to you to love yourself. And yes, I know that's easier said. So I know right now you wish you'd been born with some talent. You wish that all those dreams that you had, they were yours for the taking, that you didn't have to put blood, sweat, and tears into it, that somebody would hand you at least something in the beginning, that they would give you some start, some spark. But that's where the monster's created. If you really want to get hard, if you really want to get tough, if you want to get great, if you want to be unfucking touchable because no one can bend or break your vision of yourself, then you have to suffer. That's the way of the world. And as Florence Nightingale said, I attribute my success to this. I never gave or took any excuse. And that's the secret. At the end of the day, if you know what you want, it's only a question of whether you're willing to pay the price to get there. So ask yourself, are you willing to pay the price?
As Albert Einstein said, the world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. The world that we're all living in is our own construction, and I think that's the thing that people are missing. We have literally created this world, and if this world is delusion, if this world is destruction, if this world is filled with more bad than it is good, then that is a process going to fail, that you are not good enough to push with it long enough to get great. As Thomas Edison said, our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is to always try one more time. I know there are going to be a million times in your life where you want to give up, where you absolutely ache with the desire to quit, where nothing sits inside of your gut other than the certainty that you are going to fail, that you are not good enough to push forward. But that is to fundamentally misunderstand the nature of a failure. The nature of a failure is not to tell you who you are. The nature of a failure is to tell you a way that didn't work. It's to inform.
And guys, that's myself. I've been there. I did that already. I failed 100 times. I've been day trading for 25 years. You don't think I blew up at least, 1 year, 4 accounts? So at least, 8, 10 accounts got to be blown up in that period of time. Don't give up. Got to keep on. Know you can do it. You go through these winning streaks where you make money for a whole month and then you make a stupid mistake and you give it back in one day and you're like, damn, I shouldn't have freaking done that, but I know I'm better than this and I know I can do it, and damn, I fucked up, but it's okay. I'm going to stick it out again because I don't give up and I know this is right. And as long as you believe in your gut and it makes sense and you could tell it to somebody else and they could believe it and it makes sense, there you go. Nothing could stop you.
It's to educate you. It's to test you. It's to be a gut check to find out if you believe in yourself enough to push forward even when the world seems to be telling you not to. And as Brian Tracy said, attempt the impossible in order to improve your work. Think about that for a second. Attempt the impossible just to get better. To try the things that you know are going to fail. Things that the world is going to tell you simply cannot be. But even if it violates the laws of physics, if there's something in that attempt that you're going to learn, you owe it to yourself. You have a fucking moral obligation to try.
Because all of the people that will lie in your wake are the people that didn't try simply because they didn't believe that they could do it.
Yep.
You have to be willing to look at the world. You have to be willing to see things that you yourself think are impossible and try. Because in that you will stretch yourself. You have to be willing to look inward at the state of your current skill set and say, I'm going to play outside of that. I'm not going to play where it's safe. I'm going to play where it hurts. I'm going to play where I feel clumsy. I'm going to play only in the areas that make me feel stupid, because in that I know.
Yeah, I ain't going to work for the man. I'm going to give up health insurance. I'm going to freaking say F you to the man. You build your own I got my own business. I can make more in an hour than all your workers could make in a week. And I'm out surfing now while you're in the office doing your lunch meeting shit. Impact theory. Take it and run. Galvanize with my team that I could see things and lead you down the path to make you golden. That's what I do.
But the way that the brain responds is through adaptation. But I have to stress myself. You can't ever lose sight of that. The only way that the human animal adapts is through stress.
You know what I did for my buddy? I showed him how to trade, and he didn't risk his own freaking money because he's my buddy. So I hooked him up. I said, dude, you study the materials. Don't want you losing. Paper trade. Watch what I do. Let me trade while you learn. Okay? I'll hook you up with the profits, which will pay you back for the money you paid for the education. And then once you learn it, you take it over and you continue, and I'll get a piece. And I did that with my best friend. Hooked him up. That's what I do. And now he's going to be a millionaire trader on his way, making money every day.
You have to be willing to break things in order to build something new. So if you want to push the...
Ain't on your own. You want to push, you got to get pushed. But you got to have a guide that if you fall over the cliff, you get grabbed.
Boundaries, if you want to see just how far you can go, if you want to succeed at the highest level, if you want to play on a global scale, you have got to be willing to try the impossible, because right now, the things that you need to do are impossible for you.
Yep. And what? 9 out of 10 day traders fail, so you think it's impossible, and that's what the people say. And I tell you, 9 out of 10 people that teach day trading teach charts. So if they're teaching you a chart, charts don't work. I'm the 1 out of 10 day traders that win. I don't use charts. So there you go, the secret of success in the industry.
But they won't remain that way forever. And as Aristotle said, pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. This doesn't have to be a tale of always being terrified. Everybody, myself included, screaming at you, telling you that you need to go do something great. The part they're leaving out is why the fuck should you care? You should care because it's the greatest joy. You should only listen to this.
NBEV is 450.
That makes you feel more alive, and that's the point. The point is to get in touch with something that makes you feel great, but not to let yourself starve or be stopped by a few. They will begin to monopolize your thoughts. You'll see them everywhere. It's called the reticular activating system. Your mind is literally designed to pay attention to the things that you notice. Once you notice a certain car, you see it everywhere. Once you notice a certain dog, you see it everywhere. Once you hear a certain name for the first time, suddenly realize that that name has been all around you this entire time. But now that you're focusing on it, now that you're looking for it, it is everywhere.
Heinz.
So whatever you look for,
Heinz.
it's going to be everywhere.
Heinz.
If you look for the negative, it'll be there. If you look for the positive, it will overwhelm you. All of that stuff, once you start seeing how miraculous it really is,
NBEV 450. $455. Sweet NBEV. Sweet NBEV. 1500 at $3.99 in rail grind for my boy. Look at you, rail grinding and Heinzing. 1500 at $3.99. That's a beautiful thing. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. That's a good on Halloween. I could put that in my thing with you today there, Gerardo. Add you to the show today. right there. I'll take this and add it to your slide. You want to see your slide for my webinar? Let's check it out. Add that right in there. All current. Nah, I won't add that in. But here's your slide. Tell me if this is accurate. You ready? Right here. So pro trader Gerardo before Mojo. PTG was a complete rookie with no idea what he was doing. Had a huge desire to make money as a trader. Oh, look at that. I'm glad I looked at it. Because now I got to pull this up. That's right, like that. Okay, so I fixed that. So he was completely lost and off base with all attempts at trading on his own, struggling to pay the bills and hated the 9-to-5 grind working for the man. That was before Mojo. This is after Mojo. Krispy Kreme on the desk, vaping with the coffee, with the iPad ski and the monitors and all the money making. PTG trades side by side with me in the Mojo chat room every single day. He was a lone wolf, losing money until joining the MOJO Day Trading team and being successfully paper trading while being mentored and coached by me. Now chilling, living the American dream. PTG is able to come and go as he pleases, is a trading and traveling globe trotter thanks to his success as a pro trader. Does that pretty much accurately describe you there, Mr. Gerardo Scaman? PTG? You like that slide, right? It's sick, dude. In the flesh, bro. In the flesh. Told you, that's a good slide I made for you, right? Before Mojo, after Mojo. Like that. I got to do that for Amy's one now, too. It's a better idea. Let me duplicate this slide. Pull it on down. Amy before. Rainy. That's all right. He don't have to shush. That's Rainy before. And this will be Rainy after. I'm doing one for you, Rainy, a before and after. Mojo. Oh, yeah, that's right. So after Mojo, I'm gonna put in that video. Oh, darn ski. There we go. So you're going to be PTR, Pro Trader Rainy, and I got to make up what you was. Dude, you're just a freaking rock. But losing money while you're trading. That's Pro Trader Rainy. Before Mojo. PTR. I'll change that after. And then Pro Trader Rainy after. And I got that video of you. So nice. I did this. I just got to change what you do. Slideshow. So Pro Trader Rainy before Mojo right there. Me and him. Right? He was a, you know, complete rookie schnooky. And then after, I got his video right there. Look, before and after. So amazing. Hey!
Hello, everybody. This is Pro Trader Raimi. If you're watching this,
you're doing good. I'll save that. Nice. 890 D-bones in the flesh. Inspired. Nice. I'll put that in the stock picker. MOJO Day Trade Room for today. And that's it. What time is it? 3:30? Good day. Nah, I don't need to add that to the webinar. It's just too much overkill. It's all good though. NBEV's beautiful. 60 now. 60 on NBEV. I think I might buy some Tilray back. Hold it overnight again. I think I'm going to do that. Tilray. And buy 500. Hold it overnight. $6 on NEO is going down. Buy NEO tomorrow. NBEV's doing beautiful. Dow came down, was up 400 and change. So what Bitcoin needs is what the Dow has. It's called the plunge protection team. They need the Bitcoin protection team. Every time Bitcoin comes down, it just goes right back up, just like the stock market. So we need to put a group in place, the Winklevoss twins, Coinbase, Binance, and a group of people together that can monitor the markets and ensure stability on any kind of volatility downturns to shore up the markets, just like the plunge protection team does, and make that happen. Now I think would be a good idea. That would be a damn good idea. What do you think, Bobo? Bobo thinks so too. Bobo thinks so too. Alrighty. Papa Pillows just came on YouTube. What does it cost to start my course? Come to my webinar. I'll give you a deal. It's $24.97 for my online, but I'm putting a package together that's going to benefit everybody better. So you can either buy it yourself online at $24.99 if you can't wait until for a couple more days. That's it. Heinz, the NBEV is still going. 15-minute rail grind still up there on NBEV. Heinz and rail grind mastered by Gerardo today. Look at that. Heinz 4. That's the Heinz. And the rail grind. That's it. My Heinz and rail grind. Let me take a look. You're right there, Justin. I got a bad position of TVIX at 48.12. It's 48.21. Yeah. So you got out. See that? Funny, Bubba. Save and save. 48.12. Oh, look at Gerardo rail grinding. Sick. Oh, that's beautiful. I copied that. I love that image. I'll put it next to my snowboard video so I can find it. Rail grind. Nice. Thought you were saving me somehow. Yeah, I saved you. Saved you. 48.30. Look, now you're profitable. Mike, take a look at SPWR. So news came out. I don't know. Check it out. RGSC. What's it doing with SPWR? There's the 15-minute daily. I don't know, it's 611, down 35 cents. NBEV's 460. I really can't concentrate. But everybody else have a great day. Take care of your NBEV. Keep it going. Congratulations. It's up 18%. I'll be looking to do some covered calls in the 556 range maybe tomorrow or the next day as it continues this run up and see how high it can go. Maybe I won't even need to do that, and I'll just save the day like I do for people. So peace. Keep it profitable. The boy needs me. I got to go tend to Halloween. Keep it profitable. See you tomorrow, everybody. Later. Later. Let's see what I got. Let's see. I don't have them labeled. I can't do it. Oh well.
Hey guys and gals, man.
Hey guys and gals, we don't want to show you that. So he's all over 100,000 a month. These people are spending on ads. I won't spend a dime, but I'll get all their people eventually. I'm cruising. I'm coming, Joss.